All right, let's get into it. Good morning. What is going on? Happy day wherever you are tuning in from. Please give a like, give a share. Nice people do these things. I think I have over 100 subscribers on YouTube now. And let me tell you, it was not easy. So to give you an idea of how hard it is to create something from nothing, in order to even broadcast on YouTube, you need to have 60 followers. So I literally had to send emails to everybody I know saying, hey, dude, can you please follow this channel on YouTube so I can start broadcasting? So since that time, I put out a ton of content to an audience of very few. But you have to begin somewhere, and that is how we do it. Now, the secret sauce for today, the courage to continue is all that matters. You have the permission to tap into your courage. Now get after it. It's that easy. Okay, on the docket today, Scaramucci thinks Trump might drop out of the race. What? What does that even mean? Who would be the replacement? What happens to crypto? Bored Ape Yacht Club leading the pack again. Will XRP gigascend? Polymarket's pinch with the CFTC. We're going to scratch the surface on that. And Solana ETF filings have gotten horse-swoggled in the U.S., but Brazil says, let that shit rise. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Saturday, August 17th, and it is time for some rare bits. Today, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index has slid into the extreme fear zone, coming in. We're just going to keep moving along. Bitcoin dominance, it is up on the 24 hours. Ethereum dominance is down. Total crypto market cap is coming in at $2.12 trillion. That is a rise of about 1.95% on the 24 hours. Top crypto search term is super rare. Ticker sign RARE. This is the native token on the super rare platform. It is up 230% on the 7-day. What is driving that movement? We have 80 days until the election. Before we get into more news, we are going to check some numbers for the nerds, and let's see what we got going on. We can see the crypto heat map, and Ethereum has just turned red. This morning, everything was green as I was putting some stuff together. So doing a quick flyby on the 5-day. I am going to say that for 5 days, Bitcoin will be down on the 5-day. Ethereum will be down on the 5-day. We are also getting a bottom signal for Solana. So I think these coins are going to go down for the next 5 days. Currently, Bitcoin is coming in at $59,396. Ethereum trading at $2,613. BNB 537. Cannot get back to that 600. Salami's nice in this 140 zone. I do like it. I am fearful that it touches 120 on the downside. XRP trading at 56 cents. Toncoin 644. Again, give me a call. Do you guys think we see that retrace into the $5 range? I don't think we do, even though it is red on the hour, day, week, and month. People do not panic. This is the end of August. This is the absolute molasses of the market. Cyclically, according to what I think the crypto market's doing, and yearly, what I think happens financially, throw on top of it political hot sauce that is going to be sprinkled in. Just enjoy these moments of calm. I know it's difficult. Looking in on my list at the moment, everything is down on the hour. Some things have come back into the green on the day, but literally everything is down. Mogcoin down 51% on the month. Okay, so here's perspective. If you hold this coin and it is down this much, in my opinion, hodl it. Do not sell for a loss at this moment, because we have these weird parabolic movements, and these coins are poised for movements like that. I still love Mogcoin. I love Mumu. Mumu has come back 26% on the month. I think we have continued volatility. I said until September 24th. So keep that in your pipe that you are smoking. We have Bitcoin dominance coming in at 56.20%. It has actually gone down. This is the most current map that I have. Ethereum dominance is also down, coming at 1507. Now, what is interesting about this chart that we are looking at, we see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the others. Do we see, right, future forward, a pinch? And we can almost see it in this chart of the Ethereum, which is the purple layer. Do we see Bitcoin dominance grow and meme coins kind of pinch into Ethereum? Or I read an interesting tweet this morning, I think by OSF or Mando, saying, what if meme coin super cycle isn't coming? So that things like that are interesting, but that's what the FUD's about, right? Even when people that understand the market get fearful like that, to me, that's when we're close to the bottom. So again, I'm calling for the 24th. Today's stat that I want to pull up, I put a different stat in my Substack every day, just looking at different parameters that affect market, where things are, and what might be happening in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Today, we're looking at blockchain.com, and I'm looking at the mempool size. The blue part of the graph represent the mempool size, and the black is the current market price. Now, the correlation is not really what's interesting. What you want to look at is when we look at the mempool size, the larger the mempool, the longer the transactions are going to actually take place on the network. So when we do look at correlation in price, right, we are down below $60,000. Now, there have been mining units that have come on board that are not able to operate at the moment. We have summer across the board. There are power restrictions in so many places. When North America goes into winter mode and a lot of these mining operations can get back aligned, when Bitcoin, say, goes above $70,000, which is when I think we start talking action, then I think not only are we going to see price go up, but we are going to see mempool size actually go down because we're going to have more miners online making transactions faster, easier, and better. So these are some things that I am watching moving forward. And if you guys go to DeFi Llama, I love being able to push the bears just to brighten your day when shit is down. Total liquidation is about $1.68 million. It's about even from yesterday. What's interesting is our total DEX volume is about $4.43 billion in the last 24 hours. And if we look at the 7-day, we are down 43% as far as our DEX volume goes, yet our liquidation volume kind of has remained the same, this constant. So people, even though we have less people in the market, people are still leverage trading. We have some interesting expirations of longs and shorts coming up that are going to absolutely flood our market in a good or bad way. We're going to see what happens this week. It's going to be interesting. Top market meme coins by capitalization. And at the moment, the Pepe, the WIF, the Bonk, the Floki, the Shiba Inu, the Doge, they are all back in the green. It is good to see. I think we are on the verge of some good stuff happening. I am still expecting crab walk sideways till after Labor Day. What is that, like September 6th, right? It's the first week in September. There's an extended vacation or extended 3-day holiday. And shortly thereafter, the U.S. government, Congress goes back into session. That means everybody, there's nobody on Capitol Hill right now. So things move at a snail's pace. Once everybody is back in September, that's when the action starts. By about the 24th, we should have enough momentum build up that we start seeing fireworks. That's just how I am looking at it. That's what I'm playing. So in the last 24 hours, it is nice to see some things are up. We have, Floki, Bonk, Dog with Hat, Pepe, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Brett, Book of Meme, Popcat. Everybody is back up a bit. But keep in mind, like, we are going to, I'm just going to pull this up real quick. So in the last 24 hours, it's nice that Popcat has recovered. But this morning when I got up and did my report, it was down 8%, Mog 11%, Nero 12%, Fellas 21%. So, and look at that, super rare, up 77% in the last 24 hours. Banana, Gravity, AMP, these are all some of the things that just ripped faces in the last 24 hours. So these are some of the bigger market cap meme coins. These are safer bets, in my opinion, if you do not want to do the crazy gambling. Buy these days that are red. I really, like either I'm going to be horribly wrong or just magically right. I think these red days, people lose confidence. They don't understand the groundwork that is being laid within the community. And the community is small at the moment. We are in the doldrums of summer. Wait for the market to turn around. Wait for liquidity to move back into it. Wait for excitement to return to the timeline. Wait for spaces to start popping off with people that have turned $1,000 into $50,000. And their elation is spread like electricity into the community. These things are about to happen. We just have to hold on. So bear with me as we get through this. I wanted to pull up Polymarket. So there's some interesting shit coming up with Polymarket. We'll get into that in a sec. But as far as the news goes for Polymarket, do we see confirmed cases of monkeypox? They are rephrasing this mpox. Do we see this in the United States by October 31st? Apparently, there have already been cases of mpox in the United States, so it would not be a new thing. Do we see Trump fire his campaign manager? Do we see Trump step down? Why is Anthony Scaramucci now quoted twice as saying that Trump may back out of the race? Who would step in? Tulsi, I mean, I don't know, right? What would happen to crypto? We need pro-crypto in the White House. Will Ukraine hold Kursk? Who will speak at the DNC? These news things are always flowing and ever-changing. We love it. Okay, next up, we already ran through some of these top meme coins that are going on. Now, one of these analytics that I'm doing on my Substack daily is this morning, Trump's percentage of being in the White House rose by 3%, while Kamala's dropped 2%. The price of Bitcoin actually rose 1% in the last 24 hours. At the time of this report, Bitcoin was priced at $59,340. At this moment in time, Bitcoin is priced at $59,340. That is absolutely insane. I did this report at about 5 o'clock this morning. So wonderful to see the consistency. Do we see Trump start to regain his Polymarket edge, the betting man's edge? So much of what happens in the election, I think in years past, has been driven by what media outlet you watch. What does that mean? It means that if one media outlet says we have momentum, people are like, this is fucking awesome, I'm going to go down and vote. Or they could say it's a lost cause. When in truth, they don't have the actual numbers, but they are pulling energy from the ecosystem trying to get you not to go vote. Does Polymarket represent a truth detector in what is happening? It is going to be interesting to see. So 41% to Trump, 51% to Kamala. We will see this ebb and flow. We have 80 days till the election. We have the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They topped daily sales finally for they haven't done that in quite a bit. It seemed like Thursday they did about $1.55 million worth of transactions involving 29 buyers. They were not all machi. 43 sellers. Basie ranked second in all-time NFT sales. If you are wondering how much this collection has done, think of this. This collection has done $3.18 billion worth of transactions, right? They are still behind Axie Infinity that's done $4.27 billion. And on Thursday, Pudgy Penguins actually ranked second. They came in with $950,000 sales in one day. But there's still a ton of shit happening on D-Market, on Mythos Chain, Immutable Guild of Guardians. D-Gods are kicking up a bunch of dust. They came in fifth the other day. So Frank is back on the timeline. It seems like the community is rallying behind his momentum and his voice, and he is doubling down. It seems like he's hired about 30,000 people, so it's nice to see what D-Gods is doing. Now, next up, we are looking at XRP. So XRP, so everybody knows, it is one of the worst performing top 10 cryptocurrencies year to date. Maybe it's horrible. Absolutely horrible horseshit. But there are some people that are saying, yo, this shit is about to go 50,000x. So what does that mean? We are looking at Javon Marks. He's a quant. You got to follow a bunch of people to find juicy shit. And 50,000% X is juicy shit. So he is all these quants, the chart shit, blah, 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 whatever. He's just super bullish on this, and I wanted to share it. There was recently a legal victory with Ripple against the SEC, so that brought an initial surge. These SEC Gary Gensler blockades that companies have to deal with that literally not only stop investment belief, aka stop the flow of capital coming in, token goes down. They're forced to put the brakes on with innovation until they settle this thing. So this was years of this was a fucking pain in the ass, and it's gone now. And that is why there are companies that are ready to sign documents to say we are building our company here in the United States, but they are waiting to see what happens in 80 days with the election. Because if this landscape does not represent a beneficial place to do crypto and innovative things, they will go elsewhere. And then the United States will lose this particular part of the technology race. And trust me, it is a race. Do not have companies leave our borders, please. I urge you. So do we see XRP and confidence come back into this token? These things, there's kind of more information in my Substack. If you are interested, I would love it if you would go read some of the stuff that Javon puts down, because he's got a viewpoint. And what is interesting is I don't know if the viewpoint equates to bags, right? I love seeing these people that are serious bag holders that would love this shit to go up. So these are just all points of salt that you should have in your salad before you eat it. Next up, we have Real Vision Analyst. So Real Vision, I think, is awesome. I love the stuff that they're doing. Raoul Paul, he's got an awesome podcast, super informative. I really wish he would start drinking IPA instead of wine, because IPA is the true nectar of the gods. There is no second. There's no argument. There is no fine vintage wine that compares to a homegrown IPA. Holy moly. So Raoul, you should try some IPAs on your podcast. Next up, one of his analysts, Jamie, he is predicting Bitcoin. So this is going to get good, right? Jamie's predicting Bitcoin to go to six figures. We're looking at, like big returns. And they're looking at the DXY, the CXY, the LLM, the MGA, the KNO, the WDD, the Fibonacci, the Ribonacci, and the Duchinacci. So they look at all this shit and they're like, Bitcoin is about to fucking rally. Then we go to McAlvin de Pop, another quant that I follow, and he's like, shit show's coming. We're going south, fucking batten down the hatches. Storm is coming, winter's coming. So all this shit is important for you guys to understand that these people are looking at technical analysis and they're coming up with two different reading of the tea leaves. Is it reading of the tea leaves, or is there science behind it? Yes, I get technical patterns and I get it. But if you are placing long-term bets, that's what they are, right? Bets. Long term is the operative word there. Trying to trade the market with charts is interesting. Long term bets, you don't know what is going to happen. Regulations, death of the CEO, joining of forces with other innovators that have decided to compile into a bigger company to take on giants like Amazon or other trendsetters. Like, the playing field ebbs and flows so quickly. So while the technicals are great on the short term, long term, I think you just have to find some stuff that you think is creating magic in the short term. Follow the short term progress. When the magic stops, remove yourself. And where is this magic produced? A lot of it to me is produced on the timeline of X. It is the ecosphere, yes, but it is also where the voice reverberates from. It is where the magic begins. So it needs to catch fire there before it leads to all these other places where magic can truly happen. And I'll say it again, when liquidity begins to flow back into the space, when Bitcoin is above $70,000, not until that moment is any of this stuff worth talking about. We're going to crab walk sideways. I've said it time and time again till September 24th. In my view, that's the day that we go parabolic. And I say that for a number of reasons. So bide your time until then, play effective, good, smart, DCA in the red days, and you will do very well. Now, we are looking at Polymarket. And one of the things that is interesting is this allows users to bet on predictions that are up and coming. They have tripled their total crypto assets in a very short amount of time. US residents are still not able to do anything on this platform. Yes, people are going through a VPN. You can get access to view all this information as I do, but if you want to actually place bets, you are going through a VPN. Now, the United States CFTC is thinking about clamping down on this in a new way, and it's almost scary. So this is being rolled out, I believe, by the current administration and the VP team. So they are saying that they want to put a ban on all derivatives trading related to US elections because it poses a voter outcome problem. So they are actually trying to enact paperwork to shut this shit down until after the elections. Like, this will not be a vehicle that the current establishment is happy with us viewing until post-election. That's fucking scary to me. That's alarming. That's fucking alarming. Okay? So that's about all I'm going to get into it at the moment. Like this shit's real. Like, think of the people in the UK that have been jailed for commenting on posts on different media outlets. Like, I don't know. I know it's nasty. You know, X is a wonderful example. It is a platform of free speech. If you don't like stuff, you can mute it. You can block that person. It's amazing. You can tailor your feed so you're not receiving information you don't want to have, right? But to say that that information is like, ban it, like, I mean, you don't like rap music, don't buy rap records. Doesn't mean rap music's bad. You don't like punk rock music, don't buy punk rock music. To each his own. Stay in your own lane. Fuck with your own garden. Quit looking over the fence. God damn it. Shit makes me mad. All right, next up, we are going to get into, I got a couple more things that crossed my radar this morning that I thought you should know about. Optimism, OP, they have major plans to upgrade infrastructure, out structure, dog structure, cat structure, and just cleaning that shit up. I think it's coming down the pike. They have audits by Spearbit, Katina, Code 4 Arena, all these people have been going through shit. There have been no exploits. They're checking shit out. They're trying to do some stuff on an L2 hard fork with a new foolproof system for stability and performance. Do we see it come to light? There are people like Deputy Guardian that are on board. They are going to extend their confidence to what is happening. They have other layer 2 protocols like Shiba Inu, Shibarium also launching upgrades, continuing the dynamic advancements into the crypto space. All this stuff is happening as we speak. These people are cooking in the kitchen before September comes. That is my view when I look at things. It's nice to see this work. Now, so this is funny. I love so these are Ethereum price predictions. And one of my favorite things, I love the guys at FanEck. When a lot of these investment vehicle companies make predictions about their assets in the future, right? Like it's enticing to think Ethereum's going to be worth $154,000, or ARK Investment thinks it's going to be worth $166,000. What? I mean, I love it. It creates excitement. It's what you want to have. But fund managers across the board, they are super bullish on Ethereum. It is something you need to continue to watch. And just to talk about this, right? We just saw Ethereum turn red on the 24 hours. So Ethereum is trading at $2,600. And if we dig deep into what ARK Invest, VanEck is saying, we're talking 6 figures for Ethereum. Even Changelly, even on the low end, we're coming in at $27,000. Bernstein, the lowest call for Ethereum is $6,000. We are talking about wicked increases, and this is going to be fueled by the DeFi activity that all of this shit is bringing. So there's also another interesting argument that's percolating under the reservoir, so to speak, is that the Ethereum gas fees are so cheap. Are they too cheap? Does it cause problems? How do we fix it? So it's gotten super cheap. If you remember Ethereum 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, it's changed. But there's also going to be new contenders that are punching above their weight class, trying to take all of this away, not only from Ethereum, but Solana. So these Ethereum price predictions are magical to see. CoinGecko's report, it is based on an 8 prediction issuer. They're just trying to get in the Kool-Aid with these fund managers and saying, hey, where's it going? So I wonder if the new subscription or the new investment people who are buying shares in either ARK Invest or VanEck, I wonder if their new wallet registered users is representative in these figures as well. That would be an interesting statistic, and I'm sure as fuck not going to do it, but I bet there is correlation to how many people Changelly bring on versus VanEck and ARK Invest. Okay, next up, we have crazy shit going on. Everybody knows that the Solana ETF hopefully is coming. We hope to see that. We saw the Bitcoin ETF get approved. We saw the ETF for Ethereum also get approved. Everybody is thinking, when is the next foot going to drop for Solana or some of these other coins that are waiting in line? So we just saw the CBOE, the Chicago Board of Exchange. They just removed VanEck and 21 shares, 19B-F4 filings for the Solana ETF's website. So it looks like these are going to be put on hold for the moment. What's interesting is, and this is going to underline the political debate, right? So as we saw people try and gear up and register Solana ETFs in the United States, instantly other countries are like, that's happening in the US. We need to get on board. And what did they do? Brazil got on board. They just solidified and went live with their Solana ETF. So These countries are creating these vibrant new ecosystems that the US is not allowing. This upcoming election is so vital to where the builders go to build. Having builders leave the United States at this epic, monumental time in the financial world is such a blunder. I hope it does not happen. I really do. I hope it does not happen. And if you guys are still craving crypto clarity, please subscribe to my Substack. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling. Boom!